Hey everyone, this is Next Level Lab. I'm really excited to see you back. Today I'll show you how to make this super cute little DIY robot. And the best part is you won't even need a soldering iron. Stick around until the end to see how it's built and what it can do. So first, I wanted to start with the electronics. I tested out a few different designs, but they either looked too weird or kind of creepy. So I decided to take inspiration from this little robot that had these super cute ties, and in the end, I ended up copying them onto my old display. Now I want to tell you how I was able to pull this project off. Thanks to my ESP32 C3 Super Mini, I managed to shrink down my circuits while actually making them more powerful and efficient. You can find it on Amazon for just a few bucks, and I'll drop the link down below for anyone interested. Now we can start building our little robot. The components we'll need are an ESP32 C3 Super Mini, a touch sensor which will let us interact with the robot and give it that extra cool touch, and finally this small OLED display, the same one we used earlier for our smart glasses project. And finally, of course, the case, which will be the little body of our robot. Oh, I almost forgot, we'll also need a power cable, which has to be connected to the computer to make the robot work. Now we can go ahead and start connecting the components together. But while I'm stripping this cable, I want to remind you to hit that subscribe button and drop a like to help the channel grow. First we need to connect the OLED display. We'll need 7 wires, about 3 centimeters long, and at each end we'll attach a total of 14 black connectors, the ones you find on jumper wires with the little holes. After a few tries, this is what it should look like. After many attempts and a lot of patience, I managed to connect the wires one by one to the ESP32 C3 Super Mini. For safety, I covered the exposed copper points with some paper tape to prevent them from touching and causing a short circuit. I also covered the wires connecting the display to its board to make sure they wouldn't get damaged or break. Now we need to put all the electronics inside the robot's little body. During this step, you have to be really careful not to damage any components, because the space is very tight. Okay, now that we've put the whole circuit inside the robot's body, let's see if it works. Unfortunately, it doesn't, so I'll have to double check all the connections. I managed to find the mistake. But while I'm plugging the cable into the robot, why did the last video get so few likes? If this one hits 100 likes, I'll drop another video next week, no spoilers though. As you can see, the little robot works. So now I can move on to installing the touch sensor. Awesome, now that it's working, we can install the 3 pins for the touch sensor. As you can see, they're G and D, B, C, and N. Perfect, now that we know how to connect the sensor, we can move on to the assembly. Once the touch sensor is attached, as you can see, it'll be perfectly aligned with the open display, so we'll be able to touch the right spot on the sensor to pet it. Now we can go ahead and slide the whole circuit into the robot's body. Perfect, once we've taken the measurements and checked that the circuit fits inside the body, we can carefully place it in and connect our little robot to a USB port. And there it is, our tiny working robot that can display the time and date. And you can even pet it. I hope you enjoyed this video. And don't forget to support the channel.